Welcome back. We're Everything in the Barrel. I'm Andrew. This is Nate.
Hello.
And today, Scotchtober week 3. Let's get into it.
So it's been a while probably since you've had this.
I cannot tell you the last time I've had Allardice.
I think it's Allardice.
Allardice?
Yeah. So
I had to remember what it was called.
this, I think, was one of the ones I had during the original tasting.
Yes.
But Signet, I think, was open before this.
Okay.
And so then that was one. And we also didn't try every single bottle there.
Yeah. It was one that was in the original tasting lineup that you did for me years ago.
That was my first bottle. I think this is like my third.
Okay.
So between Signet, this, and Lagavulin 16, those ones are always ones that when I kill a bottle, I immediately find another one, or I find one before.
Well, we got some news before we started this video. Nate's probably gonna be very depressed after we kill this bottle.
Well, it's not that. So they did a rebranding, and I don't blow through the bottle that fast. Yeah. Okay, I mean it's you know, it took a little hot minute, but they did a rebranding in like mid 2024.
Okay.
So the bottle style changed. It's not a tube anymore. It's just cardboard.
Okay.
Square cut. You know, everything else.
Just the box.
And everything I found said that it's the same
juice.
Kind of. The problem they had with it, I guess, is that they had like stock problems to where it was inconsistent.
Gotcha.
Not saying it was bad, but one might be, hey, it's a true like 18, and others were like, hey, it might be like 20, 23 years old, you know, the actual low end statement. So it was inconsistent, you couldn't find the bottles that easy, and the price was all over the place.
Gotcha.
I mean, it was like low 200s
so they just did
to like almost 300, depending
so
on
they
where
just did a rebranding, and they're trying to make it like a more consistent product, whatever.
And it affected a couple.
I thought it was gone.
No, and that's why I was concerned about like the profile, but the answer is yes and no. Like it's supposed to be a lot like the stock problem is supposed to be fixed. It's supposed to be a little more available, so it's not the Allardice name dropped off.
Gotcha.
So it's just the 18 year.
Okay.
So you still get the blue and everything else, but it's a whole.
They just dropped the Allardice.
They dropped the Allardice, which I wish they would have kept, because it's basically their founder was James Allardice.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I can remember. So, but that's why I'm like, okay, so you rebranded, but you took your founder's name off of it.
Interesting.
Versus just do the rebranding. Do a new bottle style. Okay, you know it's a different rebranding. Keep the damn name. Rant over.
All right, well, let's get into this one.
So,
I went in for a nose. That was a very earthy,
very
sherry.
Earthy.
So 18 years, finished an Oloroso sherry.
Yeah, and so Are
they coloring this, or is this just pure from?
This is. There's no color added. I checked before we even started again. Like, no.
So, I mean, that is dark for a Scotch.
That is dark. Well,
like,
again,
even
it's
Oloroso sherry finished or not. That is dark.
Yeah, it is just utterly dark. So when we started talking about, I just love it so much. The smell and everything. Now, so we'll talk about Signet later, but it's like
that is very just desserty in a way too.
Yes. So where Signet, jump ahead of the video, but that's more like milk chocolate, maybe a little bit dark. This is like dark chocolate espresso.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. This reminds me of like just espresso coffee, like with like they give you like those like dark chocolate covered espresso beans, whatever.
Yep.
That's what it's reminding me of.
Yep.
And I love those. And this is so good. So I think
their concern was more the consistency, and I was reading different reviews of like people who had like the new 18, and some of them like it a little bit better.
And that's exactly what I was gonna say. Yep. Okay.
So, but other people are like, nah, the old one was good. I'm probably I haven't had the new one yet, obviously, because we still got this. So it might be people looking at the bottle and it's a new thing, and like might like the bottle design better, and it's like same thing with when we eat food. Like, hey, if it looks good, your expectation
or that
is there.
Higher.
But
did they keep the price the same, or where's the new bottles at?
I don't know. This one was like, depending where you, literally, it could be in the low, like $225, and some were selling for $300. So I don't know what
the new one's gonna be. If
they're gonna try to keep around at MSRP, I guess I didn't look that up, and we can always just edit that in later. So it's gonna be a range of $5 to $500. So
hopefully not.
No, but so I mean, even still, so when we were talking about, pricing, it's like Penelope or something. This would be one that, if I found it, and that was the other problem, is I really couldn't find it for when I was getting low from the last bottle. So I understand what they're trying to do with the stock management, everything else, and then I think when they started having problems, it was like COVID happened in 2020, and then so that really just shot.
It threw everything. It just threw a monkey wrench into it. Yeah.
So I can understand.
Which makes sense.
Yep. I just wish they kept the name, kind of pay some respect to the founder, but at the same point in time, it's rebranding. It is what it is. Maybe they'll bring it back next time for
whatever,
something else. But literally, people would say, "Hey, I want the Allardice." You didn't say the age. You said, I want the Allardice, and you knew it was this bottle. So that was kind of a cool little
just thing,
homage.
Whatever. Yeah. But so, nose is fantastic. The nose, like, I don't get any of that espresso that we were talking about.
No, I don't see anything on the nose. It's more earthy.
Yeah.
A little bready, little. I wouldn't say grainy because that's like
no, it's definitely bready.
Yeah, bread.
It's definitely bready,
but it's very earthy. God, if I remember correctly, so back when I was watching like Whiskey Tribe videos constantly, like back to back to back. Yep. This I think was one that they took this.
Oh, poor man's
and made a poor man's Macallan M. But this it was like mostly this because they were trying to get like that earthy note and then the dark color. Because this thing is just utterly dark.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're gonna get that.
Good. It is just so good. But yeah, on the palate, like it's that earthiness from the nose comes through. It's very coffee, espresso, like dark chocolate coffee, espresso bean, whatever. Yeah, it's very good. Definitely a end of the night pour, like just cap off the night if you want something good. This would be a go-to. This
they have
staple.
And then on the back, because we never read the back, and so even right now, ever. The nose, they do say a little bit of a cherry, and then like they even say like a baked orange, which again, why would you bake an orange? Baked orange fruitcake.
Maybe that's the breadiness that we're getting?
Maybe. But okay. I'm definitely getting a breadiness, but it's very just earthy.
There's not much orange on there for me anyways, but
no.
Anywho.
Oh my God, stewed fruits. Why am I even reading this? This makes me hurt. A lot of allspice. Okay, yeah, there's some little bit of spice. The cigar box and leather, like that doesn't match what's actually. They don't have any trace of like espresso in
the
here.
leatheriness.
Leatheriness.
Yeah, whatever.
I can get that.
That a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like they missed out on not throwing that espresso note on there because it's very espresso-y.
That's Even if they said some kind of chocolate note, but it's espresso.
Yeah.
But so for those of you that have had like Dalmore, like every single time I've had a Dalmore, like there's a consistent walnut note.
Yeah.
So if you know that profile there's a little bit of that walnut note in here too.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
I'm not picking up on it like at all. But that's
it's buried with that earthy. It's not prevalent. Dalmore, it's in everything. Yeah. But with that earthiness, there's a little bit of that walnut note, but
I'm just realizing that I'm missing out by not going to Scotches a lot more because the last weeks here for Scotchtober, like I am just like, why am I not going to these? And as like, well, there is a little bit of that. Like, yeah, there's a cost aspect into it, but I feel like bourbon, rye drinkers, like weeded whiskey drinkers, like we just fall into those things, and we're scared to like explore some of these things. Like we've had one bad experience with Scotch, we've had one bad experience with an Irish or whatever it is, and we just don't.
I also don't think people are aware of what's out there. Now, the people who are going to like, okay, if you say like you like American whiskey, and all you're doing is Maker's Mark and Jack Daniel's No. 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're missing.
You don't even know.
You're missing out on everything else.
Yeah, you don't know. Weller exists. Yep. Penelope exists. What's a Penelope? What? There's Parker's.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot more out there. So when you have 1 or 2 scotches and you don't like them, that's like trying like just a piss poor attempt at an American.
Yeah.
And saying, yep, they're all like this.
Okay. I mean, and that's essentially the point that I'm making, or trying to make anyways. It's just, I need to get better at exploring some of this stuff a little bit more. And I mean, I have enough to like
play around.
Yeah. But compared to
yeah.
what you have in scotches is impressive. So I'll give you credit for that. But yeah, this is kind of why I wanted to do Scotchtober.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I had to look into it a little bit. I guess Scotchtober is an actual thing.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
cool.
But I mean, I just threw it out there. It's just like, hey, jokes, whatever. But it's a real thing. Whatever. But
we meant to do that.
yeah, totally. So I wanted to do this to just kind of, for myself, like explore some scotches a little bit more. Let you like
have the wheelhouse for like half a second.
Exactly. But then also to like just kind of like on the other side of the camera here, let you guys know there are some great freaking options out here in Scotch, because I feel like we all, Nate excluded, we're all guilty of that, of just finding something, sticking to it, not wanting to differentiate from what we've had or what the newest, greatest release is, and we're scared to go down some of these rabbit holes. And
yeah,
just don't do that.
But
explore this.
GlenDronach is definitely, I was about to say a house. Going like the fragrance. Is definitely a distillery that I like. No matter if it's a 12-year or an 18-year, everything in between, I have been very happy with what they've had. What's their like? I think it's a 21-year Parliament. Had that. That's pretty good. But I only had that one time. I keep going back to this.
Yeah.
So it's not to say that the high age statement's like the end all be all. The certain lines of what they do can be it. Sometimes the 12-year kicks just major everything, you know, and then it's cheaper and more readily available, and you can buy like 3 bottles compared to an 18-year.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not saying that age statement is everything, but sometimes they do some fun things with the higher age statements, and it complements very well. So that's a combination of age, but so
what I really want with this right now,
that sherry cask is just heavenly.
What I really want right now is a piece of tiramisu. I really want a piece of tiramisu to go with this right now. Like this is just
Yep.
It's great end of the night dessert pour. This is fantastic.
Yep. I guess I never really considered it a dessert one because I always thought like, hey, Sigmund's the dessert.
Yeah.
But it is leaning that way to where.
Yeah. And I said tiramisu because that espresso, whatever note, like that dark chocolate espresso, whatever. Like it just, that's what it's reminding me of.
It would complement that.
And maybe
well.
that's the best way to put it. Like it's very tiramisu-y because like there's that breadiness. So like the ladyfingers on a tiramisu, the espresso, like they soak them in coffee, whatever. Like maybe that's what it is. Maybe this is the tiramisu of Scotch.
Sure. I just know I like it.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Well, thank you for joining us for week 3 of Scotchtober. Remember to like and subscribe down below. Let us know if you've ever had any GlenDronachs, I guess. Or specifically the Allardice here, or 18-year, whatever the heck they rebranded it to.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
Just try the 12-year, and if you'll like it, no matter what, and at least can kind of spend back up. But if you are just going to blind buy, you'll be happy with it.
Yeah. So let us know if you've had anything from them, and we will catch you on the next one for week 4 of Scotchtober. I lost my words there. We'll see you guys.
Thanks.